It's the morning after, the night before, or maybe the afternoon after, the night before, here on Extra Time. Yeah, maybe a few sore heads on the panel today? No, never? No? All right. All right.
Never.
Yep, thanks
that was
for
nice.
joining us.
It was really nice, wasn't it?
It was fun, was nice.
Nice to see
friendly,
everybody.
And yeah, that was a liquid dinner.
There was a dinner last night among the boys.
There was food.
There was food. There was maybe a bit more drink than food, though, from what I'm hearing.
A little bit.
That's a nice picture.
Yeah, it's fun.
Beers were nice.
Lovely. Celebrating England's victory. Okay, that's what we were doing.
That's why Craig's smiling so
Two
much.
Scotsmen there at the end of the table.
I'm smiling because I've got a full pint in my hand. By the way, the staff where we were excellent at replenishing us. Macca knows.
Yep.
Well, it's the most important thing for anybody when it goes out that likes to have a beer.
Correct.
There's nothing worse when it's slow.
Yeah.
So they were first class.
Oh yeah.
Replenishing.
And you're very good at it. Because the thing is, it's as they drink the beer,
Yes.
as the glass is half empty or half full, depending if you're positive or negative, half full, they already order. That's anticipation.
Professional
Anticipation.
professionals.
They're very good at it.
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
And they keep
Planning
on.
for what's next.
Oh my God. And I have to say that when I saw the check, the bill, 26 beers.
Oh my goodness. Well, hold that thought, actually.
And that was just at dinner. That was before we went out.
We've got a few questions from our viewers who've seen some of these photographs. And the first question is from Jorge Sanchez, who says, for all, who won the pool game?
Can't remember.
The drunkard.
I think we, me and Dan, I think, beat these two first, and I think then
Look at the tactic.
then they got the revenge.
Oh yeah.
Look at that, the concentration.
You always know he's serious.
The guy does
Doing
it.
great.
It's not for fun for Steve Nichols. It was Champions League final, I tell you.
You always know how the intensity level is with Stevie. When
When he starts squinting and pushing the glasses up.
The glasses on.
He means business. He means business when he does that.
it was good.
OK, Frank, who picked up the bar tab last night then, seeing as though it had those 26 beers on it?
Well, he got dinner one.
I paid.
The World
The man who
Cup.
drank the least.
The World Cup winner got the bill last night. Very generous
I
of
have to
him.
say that I had 2 glasses of red wine, you know, and but I was more than happy to invite my friends. I didn't have the choice with Dan Thomas because he kept on saying during all the dinner, don't worry guys, it's for Frank, it's for Frank.
Dan never pays, does he? You know?
Oh, yeah,
Dan
we know that.
Oh, hang on.
Never puts his hands in his pocket.
Last time I went out with Dan, Robbo did not let it pass, and he made Robbo and Dan split the bill.
Oh my God.
But Robbo wouldn't let. Robbo made him do it.
Well, he never puts his hands in his pockets, Dan.
But I don't know.
Oh, very nice, Frank.
That was great. I just want to say something before the question. You know, I'm becoming the most hated guy at Chelsea. You know, I made some comment about the new Chelsea, the new coach and everything. Okay. I say I want to wish him good luck, but nothing is been sorted out. Fans are coming into Instagram insulting me. So why do you hate so much Chelsea? So I just want to say I don't hate Chelsea. I'm not a fan. That's it. I just.
You did have a go at Mudryk though, didn't you? I read.
Yeah, that's what I said about Mudryk. But well, you know.
So you're saying
you are hating Chelsea then?
So what you're saying is I have to up my game.
Yeah, you have to.
You have to take. You have to
take over.
I'm okay with that.
Nah, but.
Frank, you've got competition.
No,
I like competition.
No, but people have to calm down. Really, people have to calm down. You know, we don't hate a club that we played for. We are not fans. We are former players. We have total respect for the club. But right now, if somebody's happy with Chelsea performances and some players playing in it, you know, that's not my point of view. So
That's just noise.
Nice. Yeah.
Just ignore that.
I heard the Scottish accent.
Yeah, but we don't have a dinner tonight, so we have the time.
The Scottish accents went down well.
Oh well. Macca, what's Liverpool going to do with Darwin Nunez? It simply can't be trusted in front of goal, right?
I think that he has to want to learn himself. Yes, he is very. He's a bit wild at times, isn't he, in front of goal? So he has to learn, he has to practice, he has to get on the training ground, work hard and put the ball in the back of the net more times than Mo Salah is. But yes, he has got an issue, hasn't he, with his goal scoring. He just get himself in a lot of...
You hate Liverpool.
I don't hate him. He just get himself in a lot of positions and misses chances. So he has to learn, practice, repetition, scoring goals, speak to an ex-pro who scored plenty of goals for Liverpool if you want a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance, whatever it is. But as every footballer, you always go through a difficult patch in your career. It's not great all the time, and you have to work your way through it, and you have to ask the people who you respect, who you trust, to put you in the right frame of mind. But all he has to do is keep on working hard. He's certainly got the talent, he's got the attitude, he works hard, he just needs to score more goals.
For Craig, in these Euros, who was your favourite one that visited the studio? Macca, Frank or Don?
Oh. Say Don, because like that we're going to be okay.
No, well, actually,
that's okay.
I don't have a favourite, but, you know, if you want, how can I put it?
Be careful.
If you want off-the-cuff stuff to make you chuckle and go, what? Don,
yeah.
Like, Don just comes out with some of the stuff. Don just comes out with fantastic. But everybody's fun. Everybody gets on.
Now, for the first time, we were able to put you out of your house and come to have a dinner for a while.
How did they do that?
That's a kind of a feat from us.
Hey, listen, you'll get there yourself. I've reached that point where maturity
doesn't want to go out anymore.
Maturity is just
miserable. That's why you get to that point where you're miserable and you don't want to leave the house.
You know why?
No, yeah.
I'll tell you why. One of the reasons is because what happened last night is not an anomaly. Trying to get Nico home at 2 a.m.
Yeah, we know.
in an Uber, and it's not my first rodeo with him.
Yeah.
And he did ring me today and go, and I said he rang me up at noon and his first words were, "What happened last night?"
What did happen?
That means it's a
Craig?
good night then, when that happens.
What was the route home like?
Oh, the Uber driver unfortunately couldn't speak any English. Not that we can, but I mean he could literally not speak any English. So we had a double stop on Uber, which I didn't know.
You've got two drunk Scotsmen in the back and an Uber driver who can't speak English.
Somebody out of Stevie and I rang his wife at close to 2 a.m. and persuaded her to drive to my house and pick him up with the grandkid in the car.
Who was sleeping?
Who was sleeping,
of course.
Had to be woken up. And then Stevie and I, after I managed to sort of shoehorn him out the back of the car, which took an eternity, we decided we would bundle into my house, like basically falling over.
Quietly.
And just creating havoc and noise. And then Stevie got picked up and taken home.
You know, I talked to the Uber driver and he told me, why those two guys don't speak English?
He speaks perfect English. He just didn't want to deal with Craig and Stevie. Do you agree with Bielsa's take on football declining and being less entertaining? Money aside, would you prefer to be a footballer now or back in your day?
I think there are periods of time where you can be interesting or less
Money
interesting.
aside.
But
Money aside.
Money aside.
Back then.
Back then. That was
Yes.
That was a different football. Yeah.
I'm not saying there's no camaraderie. Of course there's camaraderie, but they can't. How can I put it? They can't enjoy themselves like that era, particularly the mid '90s.
Yeah.
Particularly when Frank just joined Chelsea. Chelsea was a little different because everybody was spread out all over London. But at Liverpool, and certainly when I went to Celtic, there was very much a camaraderie of socialising together.
Yeah.
And you could do that because not every Tom, Dick and Harry had a phone taking pictures. And so things were more relaxed. You just couldn't you can't do it from a social perspective now, but you can't do it from a professional perspective now because what we did, you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it now.
I remember being in Strasbourg, partying with my teammates every week. We had a party with all the players, but also the players and the wife.
Yep.
We had to go, what do you say, in disguise?
Fancy dress.
Yeah, party dress. And I remember, when my son was born, we all went to a bar. We finished at 4 a.m. I think I was dancing down the street. You couldn't do that anymore.
No.
You couldn't do that. So it was another time. It was better. I think it's difficult for the players right now. But in terms of football, it's also, for me, it was better because it's too calculating right now. That's what it is.
But I mean, if you look at Bayer Leverkusen, Manchester City, Real Madrid, they all play good football, don't they? Barcelona, Man City, as I said, Liverpool, they all play really good football. So
Spain.
I think, exactly. So, Bielsa's take, I don't necessarily agree with.
I heard recently, 3 months ago, Kieran Trippier actually. an interview somewhere, and he's a bit of a hybrid in terms of he's crossed over from
Both
the old school
generations.
to the generation, and he's been at Atleti, at Tottenham, and obviously Newcastle. So he's seen the Spanish side of it as well. But he also saw before that he was at Burnley and one or two other places, lower league, and he saw he was part of the drinking culture, and now he's come through to this. And they said to him, "What?" He said, "Those were great times." He said, "But trust me." He said, because of the way they train now and how often they train and all the sort of sports science and the drawing of blood to check the levels of all different stuff, he said, you would not have a hope in hell. He said when he was at Tottenham, he said, with Maurizio Pochettino, and this is a different mindset, we used to be playing a Saturday, off on a Sunday, training maybe Monday, Tuesday, off on a Wednesday. He said it was 3 months and he reckoned he never had one day off.
Oh, wow.
Just because that's that mindset of the European coach. I know he's played in Europe. He's obviously South American. Is that you're just in? You're not. There's no downtime. You're in.
No.
Stretching.
And they turn up around 8 at the stadium. They have a breakfast. They can they can rest and have a nap also in the afternoon and leave the facilities, the training ground around 6 p.m. We arrive at 9:30. At 12 we are gone. In golf in the afternoon.
Was it like that at Real Madrid, or was it a bit of both?
A bit of both, really. There wasn't a big drinking culture, as you could probably.
But it wasn't as like. Was it as intense like?
No, it wasn't
7 days.
Actually. No, it wasn't actually. It wasn't. We took care of ourselves really because of the amount of times you
Milan.
You must have found a drinking partner. You had to find.
Oh yeah. I was fine.
Marcel Desailly was telling me that Milan at this time they all had a bedroom to sleep in the training ground in Milanello, and they were going like 2 days before the game. So it was really strict, and that was like now. In a way, Milan was maybe the first club to do that, and it was a different. I mean, we trained at Harlington and at Chelsea.
It was owned by the university.
Yeah, that was. That was. We didn't have the same dressing room. It was multiple dressing room. Oh. That was small. That was different. That was kind of even amateur at some point, but it was fun because we were doing the job.
Yeah.
So back then.
Yeah, I like the oldies.
It was fun
back then.
Last one. Start, bench or drop? Jaap, Stam, Sol Campbell, John Terry.
Ooh. I like Jaap Stam. I mean, I met him after his career, but I played a couple of times against him, I think. That guy was a monster.
So what would you do?
I have to put John because I saw him starting.
You're trying to appease the Chelsea fans.
Chelsea fan.
No. I saw him playing. That guy has been a warrior since even he started to play for Chelsea. And I saw him, and when I left, and I said, "Oh, Maman, it's your turn." I mean, the guy was just a monster. I would put, for me, John Terry, Jaap Stam, Sol Campbell. I know less Sol Campbell, so with all due respect, I have to put it.
Guys.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good.
You're right.
Frank as well.
All right.
Just can't be bothered arguing.
Chelsea, we
Frank
love you.
walked so John Terry could run.
Oh yeah, my God, the guy.
There you go, Chelsea fans. He put John Terry first.
See,
Tell you what,
Chelsea, he loves Chelsea.
Loves
Chelsea
Chelsea.
fans.
Oh yes, I love
You want professional? You're having a night off tonight. You're having an evening off. You're chilling. Macca is soldiering on.
Okay.
Like a true professional.
Macca is soldiering on like a pro.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for sending in
Solo.
your questions. Guys, we'll be back tomorrow to do it all over again.
Decline.